In a world where the fate of nations hinges on a delicate balance of power, one country's struggle has captivated the global stage. The echoes of war reverberate far beyond Ukraine's borders, touching lives and shaping destinies in unexpected ways. As the conflict unfolds, a clash of ideologies and ambitions reveals more than a mere territorial dispute. What lies at stake is nothing less than the future of democracy, sovereignty, and international order itself. The ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia is not merely a regional dispute. It is a clash of fundamental values, a confrontation that has global implications for democracy, sovereignty, and international law. The stakes are immense, and the resolution of this conflict will set precedents that will echo through generations. Here, we will delve into several compelling arguments why Ukraine must win this war. Upholding international law and sovereignty. At the heart of the conflict lies the principle of sovereignty, a cornerstone of international law. Ukraine is a sovereign nation recognized by the international community, including Russia. The illegal annexation of Crimea in 2014 and the ongoing support of separatist movements in eastern Ukraine by Russia violate multiple international agreements, including the United Nations Charter and the Helsinki Final Act. If Ukraine fails to defend its sovereignty, it would embolden other authoritarian regimes to pursue territorial expansionism. The concept of inviolable borders would be undermined, leading to increased global instability. A Ukrainian victory is essential to reaffirm the international norms that protect all nations, big and small, from aggressive actions by their neighbors. Defending democracy and human rights. Ukraine's struggle is not just a territorial dispute but a fight for democratic values against authoritarianism. Since gaining independence in 1991, Ukraine has been working to establish a democratic society, often facing internal and external challenges. In contrast, Russia under Vladimir Putin has increasingly embraced autocratic governance, marked by suppression of political opposition, restriction of free speech, and manipulation of elections. A victory for Ukraine would signify a triumph for democratic values and human rights. It would send a powerful message to the world that democracies can stand strong against autocratic forces. Conversely, if Russia prevails, it would suggest that authoritarianism can crush democratic aspirations, demoralizing pro-democracy movements worldwide. Ensuring regional stability and security. Eastern Europe has historically been a flashpoint for conflicts, and the Ukraine-Russia war is the latest and most severe. Ukraine's victory is crucial for the stability of the region. A Russian victory or a prolonged conflict could spill over into neighboring countries, destabilizing the entire region. NATO members in Eastern Europe, such as Poland and the Baltic states, view Russian aggression with grave concern. They fear that a Russian success in Ukraine could embolden further territorial ambitions, possibly leading to direct confrontations with NATO, thus risking a broader and potentially nuclear conflict. Ukraine's success would act as a deterrent, discouraging Russia from future aggressive moves and ensuring long-term peace in Europe. Economic implications for global stability. The war in Ukraine has significant economic implications that extend far beyond the region. Ukraine is one of the world's largest grain exporters, and the conflict has disrupted global food supplies, leading to higher prices and food insecurity in many parts of the world, particularly in Africa and the Middle East. A Ukrainian victory would help stabilize global markets by restoring agricultural production and exports. Furthermore, it would reduce the economic uncertainty caused by the war, encouraging investment and economic recovery in Europe and beyond. Conversely, continued conflict or a Russian victory would prolong economic disruptions, exacerbating global economic instability. Preventing nuclear proliferation. Ukraine once possessed the third-largest nuclear arsenal in the world, which it voluntarily relinquished in exchange for security assurances from the United States, the United Kingdom, and Russia under the Budapest Memorandum of 1994. Russia's violation of this agreement by annexing Crimea and its ongoing aggression undermines the global non-proliferation regime. If Ukraine is not supported and does not ultimately prevail, it sends a dangerous signal to other countries that nuclear disarmament is perilous and that security guarantees are meaningless. This could lead to increased nuclear proliferation as nations seek to protect themselves against possible aggression. A Ukrainian victory would reaffirm the value of non-proliferation agreements and strengthen global security frameworks. Moral and ethical imperatives. The moral dimension of the Ukraine-Russia conflict cannot be overlooked. Russian military actions in Ukraine have led to significant civilian casualties, widespread destruction, and allegations of war crimes, including targeting civilian infrastructure and atrocities in places like Bucha. Supporting Ukraine's fight is a moral imperative to prevent further suffering and uphold justice. Ukraine's victory would also be a triumph for the resilience and courage of the Ukrainian people who have shown remarkable determination in the face of overwhelming odds. Their fight embodies the universal struggle for freedom and justice, principles that resonate with people worldwide. The role of information warfare. In the modern age, warfare is not confined to the battlefield. It extends into the realm of information and cyber warfare. Russia has been adept at using propaganda and misinformation to influence public opinion and undermine democratic processes globally. A Ukrainian victory would help counter this narrative, showing that truth and democratic values can prevail over disinformation and manipulation. Strategic interests of Western democracies. Western democracies, particularly the United States and European Union members, have strategic interests in Ukraine's victory. A stable, democratic Ukraine serves as a bulwark against Russian expansionism and a model for post-Soviet states aspiring to democratic governance. It aligns with the West's long-term strategic goal of a free and stable Europe. Supporting Ukraine also demonstrates to allies and adversaries alike that Western democracies stand by their commitments. It reinforces the credibility of alliances like NATO and the EU, ensuring that collective security agreements are taken seriously and that member states can rely on mutual defense in times of need. Technological and military innovation. The conflict in Ukraine has driven significant innovation in military technology and tactics. Western support, including advanced weaponry and intelligence, has played a crucial role in bolstering Ukraine's defenses. A Ukrainian victory would validate these investments and innovations, providing valuable lessons and advancements in military strategy and technology that could benefit global security. Cultural and historical significance. Ukraine's cultural and historical identity has been at the forefront of its resistance against Russian aggression. The country has a rich heritage distinct from Russia, and its fight for independence is deeply rooted in its national consciousness. A victory would affirm Ukraine's cultural identity and historical narrative, providing a powerful symbol of national resilience and pride. Conclusion. The war in Ukraine is a defining moment for the 21st century, a conflict that encapsulates the struggle between democracy and authoritarianism, rule of law and aggression, and freedom and oppression. Ukraine must win this war not just for its own survival and sovereignty but for the principles that underpin global stability and human rights. A Ukrainian victory would uphold international law, defend democracy, ensure regional stability, and have far-reaching economic and strategic benefits. It would deter nuclear proliferation, set a precedent for moral and ethical conduct in conflicts, and reinforce the strategic interests of Western democracies. Moreover, it would honor the resilience and cultural identity of the Ukrainian people, providing a beacon of hope and inspiration to freedom-loving individuals worldwide. Therefore, the international community must continue to support Ukraine with unwavering resolve, recognizing that the outcome of this war will shape the future of global order for generations to come.